Welcome back to another video, guys. It's just past Christmas, and today we came out to our front yard, to our maple tree, and found my amazing wife hanging on it. But that's not what this video is about. We actually found quite a bit of oyster mushrooms. I will show you in a second. There, we found a bunch of oyster mushrooms. So today we're gonna gather them, clean them, and cook them, and we're going to show you the whole process of what we like to do with them. Yeah, and you can see it's Christmas is just over, but we still have a lot of stuff off. Anyway, so when it comes to harvesting mushrooms, you never want to just rip them off. You always want to cut them, and I have this razor knife from a toolbox that I'm gonna use because it's got a longer blade, so it's easier to just kind of like follow the stump and cut those beautiful mushrooms off. Recording? Mm-hmm. Park in the way. Oh, that's a full basket, and that's already, so we already harvested like half of them for Christmas and cooked them, but yeah, not bad. And there's still gonna be more because there's still like a bunch of small ones on the tree that will be ready probably in 3-4 days maybe. So now we're gonna go inside and clean them and get them ready. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is thoroughly wash the mushrooms. Make sure, since these grow on the trees, you'll occasionally find some bark, some dirt, and little buggies crawling around. So you want to make sure you wash these well, trying to get as much of those as possible. Okay, now that all the mushrooms have been washed, I'm just gonna get them all cut up, and we're gonna saute them with onions, garlic, and just some spices before I throw it into a cast iron pot with a beef roast. And the beef roast is also from our farm. It was Angus that we have been eating for a few months now. So and now I'm gonna dice an onion. Well, I'm not gonna dice it as much as kind of just slice it into thin pieces. I guess it's dice as well, right? I'm not even sure the technical term for it. I'm gonna start by sauteing the onions in butter first. And I'm also gonna use I'm gonna cheat a little bit and use the garlic paste. And then for seasoning the mushrooms later, I'm gonna use my own seasoning that I've used on meats before, which is just ground pepper, salt, paprika, and garlic and onion powder together. So works real well. And I should have used a little bigger skillet. Should have used a little bigger skillet probably.
Or the big one for the mushrooms.
Okay, now that the onions are sauteed, I'm gonna mix it in with the mushroom and start getting those fried up before we put everything in the cast iron. Okay, just stir everything in and let the mushrooms saute with the onions and garlic paste. And I'll add just a touch more seasoning. I don't want to do too much because I don't want them to be too spicy. So, and while this is sauteing, I'm gonna start seasoning the beef and get it all seared up. Also in butter. And we're gonna put it all in the cast iron pot. So there's the roast. It is a Pike's Peak, and we're gonna sear it right now in this cast iron pot that we're gonna be using for the entire thing. So that's just some butter. I think I'll throw in a little bit more butter. And that is just a gorgeous, gorgeous sear. I really hope that there's enough room in this pot for the entire thing that I'm cooking. The mushrooms are almost ready to be poured in there. Okay, now that the mushrooms are in, I'm going to cover it with the lid. And we're actually not going to cook it on the stove. I'm going to take it into a fireplace right now and just have it slow braised for a couple hours until the meat is tender for it. So stay tuned. Okay, just like so. And now I'm gonna close it, and the fire should die down just a bit, and it's gonna cook in there. So it's been about an hour. I'm gonna just open this up. Pop this open real quick just to check on it. Oh, it's braising well. It's braising good. Smells great. Alright. Okay, so after about 3 hours of braising, this is the final result. Oof, steam on the camera. Oh, this is just fork tender and ready to be consumed. Look at this. Yep. I'm gonna have it with a little bit of pasta. And yeah. Thanks for watching.